Hello and welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 14th of October for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please also click or tap on the bell notification alert. This week sees the Sun and Mars continuing their journey through the sign of Libra. Libra is cardinal, so it's powerful, but it does seek to achieve its goals through good communication, negotiation, and collaboration. Last week's full moon in Aries is still very much to the fore this week, however, and that embraced the powerful influence of Pluto. If a relationship does feel a bit stuck because someone isn't being very cooperative, this can really be quite a touch and go moment, particularly in the first half of this week, as the Sun continues to square up to the power of Pluto. But Mercury is forging an awesome angle to Neptune, and Mercury and Venus are in the deep and passionate sign of Scorpio. And this angle between Mercury and Neptune in the first half of this week asks us to use analysis, Mercury and Scorpio, along with our sixth sense and our perceptions of Neptune in Pisces. And they're combining superbly well. So seeing beneath the surface of what seems obvious can be very valuable. And then in the second half of this week, Mercury forges a very penetrating angle with Pluto itself. And this really can help us to get to the nitty-gritty of what's essential. Now, Venus is going to forge a stabilising link to Saturn later in this week. So if there is a tie that we can really relate to and feel secure around, that can get stronger. But then Venus goes on to forge a quite beautiful angle to Neptune. If you do meet someone for the first time, this is quite an auspicious connection. Can it, in some situations, point even to true love? So if you're fortunate enough to have a date with someone that you really click with at the very end of this week, it could prove to be truly significant. But Mars in Libra continues in the first half of this week to be in that obtuse angle to Uranus. And Uranus is in the part of the overall horoscope to do with our values and our resources and money. So if there is some talking to be done about who does tend to get their way in relationships, it's possible that some of this could be linked to differences in core values or down to just dirty money. So if there is some talking to do, I think using the energy of Venus and Mercury, which are more penetrating, can be a real asset to us all. Your specific forecast, Libra, suggests that last week's full moon in your opposite sign is that you may be encountering someone who's not quite getting your desire to be very single-minded at the moment, which has come in through the fact that you have Mars in your sign supporting the Sun. But I actually think it's really good if you're being really single-minded. And actually, as this week goes on, the fact that your ruler Venus has moved to join up with Mercury in the sign of Scorpio can actually see you really making progress around the more financial side of your situation because of the angles that both Mercury and Venus forge to Saturn and Pluto, which are very constructive. Now, Neptune is in the mix as well. Neptune's more to do with sacrifice. And over the last 8 years or so, since Neptune has been in Pisces, it probably has felt a case of a lot of give and not always get. But actually the inspirational angles that Mercury and Venus forge with Neptune just suggest that your imagination around work or practical strands, along with being very precise and making sure that you are handling things in a detailed way, can actually work very well. So I think the more relationship strains that may have come up last week could be there a bit at the start of this week, but are going to make way for real progress for you. If you'd like to know what the next 12 months hold for you, your 220 forecast, you can get the rest of this year free, get 30% off, based on your time, date and place of birth by clicking the link beneath this video. But for now, good luck and goodbye.